Alright YouTube, so I know that virtual reality is all the buzz this year, what with the Oculus and such coming out, but let's talk about some non-gaming issues with it. Can we use it to relax? Let's discuss.
What we do here is go back.
Alright guys, for this video I'm taking a bit of a detour away from my typical gaming and primacy effect videos. Don't worry, I'm still going to do those, but I thought I would expand things a bit to combine discussion of one of my main passions, gaming, y'all already know that, with my other one that y'all may not be aware of, which is mental health and counseling. True, I am an avid gamer. I am a father. Y'all have seen my little boys run around in the different videos. But in addition to that, I am also a counselor, and I work a lot with anxiety and depression and those sorts of things. So I'm always trying to find some way that I can make both things for my clients a little bit more interesting, as well as a little bit more engaging for myself. So whenever I started reading about all the virtual reality headsets that are coming out, truthfully, even before that, whenever a friend of mine got a Dev 2 kit, I think, for the Oculus, I started brainstorming, what are some ways I can combine these things together? So the main idea, what most people are putting out there for the virtual reality movement, I guess, is gaming, full immersion gaming, particularly once we get the motion controllers to go with it. Being able to put yourself into a new environment and simply be, right? Simply be in that environment. They throw these words, immersion and virtual reality, and ultimately it just comes down to us being somewhere and something else. So thinking about trying to combine that with my clients and with just personal health as well. One of the main issues with the world today, and I think this can apply to everybody, whether you seek counseling or not, is stress, right? People get anxious. That's just part of our daily lives. However, we don't always have a good way of dealing with that. One of the common things is breathe in, breathe out, take deep breaths, counting your breaths, and various techniques like that. One I find typically is successful is called guided imagery or guided meditation, something like that, where you're actually walking someone through, you're telling them, kind of like I did in an intro video, imagine, I was on the Google Cardboard, I was flying through the air with the birds, right? So imagine you're walking through a peaceful forest, you see a little deer walking through the meadow, imagine different colors, all that sort of stuff. And the idea is to focus on things you can easily think of when you're in a stressful situation. Right? So we're pairing that stress situation with that relaxed situation, and hopefully we can deal with that anxiety a bit better. The biggest complaint I get, though, and this has personally happened whenever I've tried to do this, is sometimes you just can't imagine very well, right? So maybe someone's telling you, imagine you're floating on this happy little cloud through the sky and you're lifting away from your troubles. But you're not. You're sitting in a chair and you're probably closing your eyes and you're listening to this person or this tape or whatever, this tape recording of something, and you just can't really immerse yourself into that. So, obviously there's already been some work on this. This isn't a new idea at all, but if we can take things past just the immersion in games with virtual reality, we might be able to use this to help people out in other ways as well. A lot of the first games I've been noticing, and truthfully, I'm looking very forward to playing those. I was a little slow on the pre-ordering, so I don't get my Oculus until probably closer to September. But I'm very excited to try the jump scare games, the walking through whatever crazy locations and being scared or being intense and just really feeling it. But that's not exactly relaxing, right? So I'm excited to see what path developers take with more of the indie or the casual style games. I know there are a few little kind of virtual toys that are coming that are like that, but maybe kind of fleshing that out a bit more. Specifically though, most of the guided imageries that I've used and that I've seen other people using can easily be recreated that way, right? So if you imagine that you're floating on this little cloud and you're actually immersed in this headset and see other clouds floating by, and you look down and you can see the fluffy cloud beneath your feet, that's going to be incredible, right? That's what I think is going to be the most useful in a non-gaming setup, I guess. What kind of inspired me to make this video is I've seen a lot lately how they're already starting to say, this will be good for doctors. Doctors can use virtual reality to get a better idea for surgeries. Different things like that. So clearly, these technological advances are not just for gaming. That's probably going to be the funnest way of using them, but I'm very excited to be able to combine a couple of my passions here to give a much richer experience for my clients, a richer way for me to be able to help them, right? And then just simply seeing what else we can come up with this. There have been other mental health, kind of, I hate to use the word fake, but fake immersions in the past. There's a very popular one. I'll try to look it up and I'll put the link in the description of a simulation game where it's as if you are experiencing the symptoms of autism, right? So the sensory overload, the social difficulties and such. Again, that would be a very interesting one to port over to virtual reality, right? I work with a lot of children with those concerns, and for their caregivers, for their teachers, for them to better understand what they go through would be great, right? There's no limit to how this can help us. It's just about getting people on board to actually do some of these things. Now, that's not to say that once I get my Oculus, I'm not going to be making plenty of gaming videos and all that. But I might add some more of this as we get closer and kind of flesh this out a bit as well. So thank you so much for watching. I apologize for my kind of offshoot for my normal videos. I want to try to add some more of this information to just get you involved with that as well. But for now, again, thank you so much for watching. Please, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, all right, y'all have a nice day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.